Hello, YouTube cubes. I am finally starting today's show. Pretty late, I'll be honest. Hi. Doing Guild Wars 2 all this week. You can see my messages on Discord. I posted it here on YouTube. We are starting Janthir Wilds tomorrow. And, hey, Austin. We are starting Janthir Wilds tomorrow, and we will be doing a little bit of inventory management today, just talking about some stuff pre-Janthir Wilds. And then there was some stuff released in a blog post about the gym store, and we're going to get in the game, talk about anything that's left over there. Festival of the Four Winds ends tomorrow as well. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, so this is just the day before the expansion, and I just want to have a short show before we go into the longer show tomorrow. I will be starting about... Binary hello. About, I don't know, an hour, 30 minutes before the official launch. There should be patch notes that should be released tomorrow. We'll go over that. We'll go over any other gym store changes that happen. We'll go over any blog posts that happens. We'll go over any of the media that ArenaNet sends out pre and after the expansion is released. We'll take our time. I'm not going to rush through anything, but expect spoilers. There's going to be story spoilers, map spoilers, mastery spoiler, whatever features that we have. It's all going to be spoiled because I'm going to be playing through it all. And we will be in Guild Wars 2. No matter what, we'll be in Guild Wars 2 for the rest of the week. Expect shows to go a bit longer than they have been. We've been going about 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours. These shows will probably be about 8 hours, so we can just keep covering content, keep pushing through things, whatever it may be. I have no idea how much story there will be, so if we get through it all tomorrow, we get through it all tomorrow. But I do want to grind the expansion a little bit, grab some achievements and that kind of stuff that's there. And then after that, it'll be sort of it until festivals and updates and that kind of thing. We'll go back to the normal cadence of Guild Wars 2 that this channel sort of has gone at this creator here, me, has sort of gone to. It does not mean we won't have more Guild Wars 2. Again, we have to hit 45,000 achievement points before the end of the year and that kind of stuff. But with the expansion, I am going to pull back a little bit. Expectations, grind, that kind of thing. Just not going to sort of get myself trapped into the feeling of how I felt with Soto, of just having to repeat so much of the content for content. I just felt like that just was unnecessary. But all of the story will be in a playlist for sure. All the Janthir Wild gameplay will be in its own place, in the sense of me covering directly new things and the content that comes with Janthir Wilds. Just like Soto. I think Soto was like 20 episodes, 20 shows, something like that I had to do to cover it and things like that, but I don't think my sentiment changed even from the beginning all the way to the end. So hopefully Janthir Wilds comes in at a more positive note in the sense of me enjoying it and that kind of thing. And I think I will, just from what I've seen. I don't know how much time homesteads are going to take, but I would like to do all that on stream too. So whatever unlocks that and that kind of thing, some masteries, that kind of stuff. If this does spill over to next week, it spills over to next week. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The way it is. If you're wondering, like, what are we doing after Guild Wars 2 is done, Dork? Well, we're going to be going to 8-Bit Adventures 2. We're going to be just covering games going into September. And then just finishing that up. We have some RPGs I want to play through. Those are suggested and requested games. And then, I'm trying to think. What was the other game? Chained Echoes? Chained Echoes is on the list. I don't know if we'll actually ever get back to Dave the Diver. I really do want to get back to Dave the Diver, but I might have to do that off stream, the way it is. But yeah. So we'll be doing a couple RPGs in September going into October. We may start October's event a little bit early just because the Halloweeny season I enjoy. And I don't know if we'll have enough time to cover everything in October, but that's fine. There will be updates to Guild Wars 2. We'll cover those as they come, and the next festival update won't be until October. In fact, I can probably tell you the day. It'll be October 15th. If they do release it on the 8th, that would be weird, but I'm pretty sure it's October 15th we'll get a Halloween's update for Guild Wars 2. And Winter's Day will be the 17th. Maybe? It may be the 10th. We may get Winter's Day the 10th. Again, the end of this year is a little weird, how the days are lining up. Because we have 4 weeks of December. Like, solid weeks. 4 weeks of November. Only 3 weeks of October. 4 weeks of September. And we have 4 weeks of August. So, like, solid weeks. And usually it's a little chopped up in between, and we're not getting that. We're just getting like solid months here. And the way things are landing. Like, it's a little crazy how the days we have like full 3 weeks worth of content just the way the Tuesdays land. So I'm curious to see how ArenaNet's juggling that and that kind of thing. But I know in November, if we do to get a content up, we'll know more tomorrow because of the Wizards Vault. But the content update might land November 19th, 12th or 19th. But I could see it being pushed earlier or later than that, just depending on what they need to do. Just looking at that kind of stuff. So I'll just have to adjust games as we get there. December, I do have a very Legend of Mary Zelda Christmas planned. It will be different this year, but I think it will be fun. So, in fact, that very title, very Legend of Mary Zelda Christmas, will be changing just a little bit. So I think that will be fun with what I have planned there. But other than that, going into October, we'll do our little fun October stuff for Halloween. We'll be playing some darker games, I guess, just because the way it ends up. And then any of the content of the other games I want to get. I also wanted to bring Stardew Valley back, but I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. We've spent enough time. I knew I was going to spend time away from it. It's going to be rough getting back into Stardew Valley, but yeah, today's sort of just figuring that stuff out. Also, this shirt looks dirtier than it is. I have no idea what happened to this. There's like, it fell on like, had it laying out and it fell in a place where there was dust, and like right here especially the dust didn't go away. It's all over my back too, but you can't see that. And like up here, this side, right there. If you're like, man, what's all over your shirt? Dust, I guess? I don't know. This is one of those shirts that just, a black shirt. They're terrible at dust things. What am I doing? Oh, we're playing Guild Wars 2. That's right. Let's talk about some things before I go into the game. And then next year when I'm like, man, I wonder where we started on achievement points and stuff. This is the show right here that I need to come back to next year. I need to start going back to my old shows when I ask stupid questions like that and actually watch it so I can be like, oh, that didn't change, or oh, that did change. And I just don't. We have enough history now here on YouTube that I can do that. See, on Twitch, I couldn't do that because those VODs got deleted, you know? So now everything's recorded. Let's have OBS work. No, that is not the right one, but give me a moment here. There we go. Let me get some other stuff set up too. Like the blank page hasn't been set up yet, but it should be up by tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. All right. So this will be the character we're playing on tomorrow. My Necro. I'm at 44,552 achievement points. Now, if I do get some achievement points today, it's not going to be a lot, but 44,552 is a pretty good start. And it's funny looking at that number because we already had the Festival of the Four Winds when we were going after AP earlier. That's just all the achievement points I got from finishing up the Soto stuff I said I was going to finish up. So yeah, I ended up getting like 100 achievement points this month or something like that. So good. And finishing up some other things, getting some skins, some of the relics out of the way, collection done, that kind of thing. My World versus World rank continues to fly up, 32, 34. And in the future, they've talked about PvP a little bit. Maybe this number will start going up. But Mastery is 543 max right now. After Janthir Wilds, we'll have a new max. So we'll see how high that number gets, too. I forget where that was last year, too, before Soto. But, yeah. Let's get in the game. We're actually going to start on this character right now. Right here, so I can go ahead and look at some stuff. There was a gym store post today, blog post, that went all over the place. Just all sorts of things. There is going to be a season pass. I don't think any of it's out now. They still have some of this discounted stuff. The other thing we have coming up is birthdays. So, our 12th year birthdays are coming up. And that kind of thing. So in that post, we are going to be getting a pass. I'm forgetting. Let me grab. I have it right here. I don't. That is the wrong click. They have a supply drop requisition, which is sort of like, it's going to be 2,400 gems when it's released. And then it will slowly increase in price the next 4 weeks. And every Monday, I think every Monday or something, whenever, the first week you get a bunch of stuff, the second week you get a bunch of stuff, and that kind of thing. And that's going to be happening for Janthir Wilds. And it's one of the ways to get the Janthir Wilds expedition contract. You get a Wild Roar Mount Select license, which I think is going to be the new Select license. I don't think it's already in here. Because they talk about that too. There's going to be the new skin. So this skin right here is part of that package. It's a spear skin. That's why I went ahead and just put it there. There's going to be a Black Lion outfit voucher, 3 smooth berry dye kits. Oh no, hitting the mic. Void corrupted weapon choice, a Black Lion backpack and glider voucher, communal boost bonfire, 5 Black Lion chest keys, a Black Lion weapons voucher, and a Black Lion chest key. That's what will happen over the 4 weeks. You'll get all that stuff for right now at 2,400 gems. I'm probably going to go ahead and get it because the Janthir Wilds expedition contract, I want to get that as soon as possible, and it's in week 1. And those are usually costly. I can't show you here because once you buy them, I believe they disappear. So, and it would be an account upgrades anyways. But the expedition contracts, there wasn't one for Soto. So, I wish there was, because I know exactly which map I would choose. But anyhow, those, I forget, actually look that up. I forget. All you have to do is go to edition. Contract. And those are usually 1,000 gems, looks like. Let me look here. Yeah, they're about 1,000 gems. So right away, 1,400 gems in that cost. Select license is usually 1,200 gems. The spear skin is probably going to be anywhere from 500 to 700 gems. The Black Lion outfit voucher, that's another 700 gems value. So it starts to add up very quickly, especially if you buy it earlier. But specifically, I don't know get the Janthir Wilds stuff, because going down the list, they share what's going to be in the Wild Roar Mount Collection, which I already know, and I'm probably going to pick out of that, and it's going to be the Star Blessed Manicore, because why not? But who knows? Maybe I'll pick something else. Maybe I'll pick something else with the Warclaw and things like that, because they have 1, 2, 3, 4 Warclaw skins in there. They have the Dueling Elements appearance package also coming, which comes with for 1,600 gems, you get both outfits and both chairs, and they actually look really good. Separately, I think they were like 2,060 gems, so you save some there. I probably won't be getting that. I'll be honest, it's just one of those things that it looks really cool, but I don't seem like the Molten one. Maybe if I was still had my warrior, I don't know. But anyways, but the Black Lion chest will be updated to a Sky Conquest chest, and the exclusive item is the Sky Steel package, which comes with a weapon skin, greatsword skin, a chair, and a glider. So the chair actually moves. You're gliding on a sword. So the Black Lion chest will be updated. Again, we'll probably cover this stuff very in depth tomorrow. And then the Void Corrupted Weapon Collection from the Black Lion weapon vendor. Really close to me. Which, again, the Black Lion weapons, I want to go check something out there. But anyways, the reason why I'm talking about this stuff is because it's a lot of stuff that they're bringing to the gym store. There's going to be some sales and stuff. It looks like the salvage stuff was going to be on sale. Build template expansions, that kind of thing. Big reason why they probably released this today is because there's going to be so much information tomorrow. What I'm expecting tomorrow is there's going to be a blog post. So you'd be like, whoa, how'd it get here? I moved myself here so we can go check out this Black Lion weapon vendor really quick to make sure I have the Black Lion weapons. Because tomorrow I'm just going to buy them all. There's going to be 17 of them. But anyhow, you wonder why I got on this character is because I still have boost on my Necro before we get on her and open all the stuff, so I don't want to waste those boosts any more than I have. Yeah, it was the chromatic ones. I wasn't really impressed with these. The Void ones actually look really good in the previews, so. But you know, someone might like those. Might fit their character for whatever reason. The pistol and rifle were like ridiculous. The hammer was a great axe. I don't get it. And then the shield wasn't too bad. And I usually go off of those. And this is the torch, which actually the torch is probably my favorite skin out of all of it. Just because it looks good. I don't know. But anyways, that was the last weapon set. Before that, you can see like these have effects and things like that. There's the hammer. It's an actual hammer. Shield skin. Look at the shield. The armor's flipping through, but you know. The torch, man. The torch. But anyhow, yeah. So all that stuff will be coming tomorrow. I will be prepped. I don't even think I have enough gems. I need 2,400. I only have 2,078. How am I going to get those? I'm an ArenaNet partner. ArenaNet gives me gems, so that's how I'm going to do it. Maybe we should do gem giveaways tomorrow. Ooh. And also, you know, it feels weird when I do that because I know some people are avoiding the show for no spoilers. So if I do it that way, so if I'm going to do it, I'm going to have to do it on Discord. And I might not even run a contest. I might just put gym codes over there. That's what I'm thinking. Just F it. I'll just ask a question. If somebody answers it correctly, that's it. I'll do. That's what I'm thinking. Let's give away the gyms, Zorric. Give them away. There was something else. Something else. Oh yeah, I have community chest codes too. I need to get rid of those. Unless they update those get lower and lower in value. But yeah. Also, I need to make sure to gift memberships tomorrow, before the month is out, especially. But I said I was gonna wait. I thought I was gonna do it today, but that doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, and then I'm gonna gift memberships for those who want a membership. You might be able to get one. But yeah, like I get 10 free ones every month, and I might as well just hand those out. So you get access to the emotes and membership stuff. There's not a lot of membership stuff here, but I've been thinking about things lately. I don't know. End of the year, there's going to be a lot of reflection about what happened this year, because I stopped doing my anniversary for when I started streaming, and now it's just a year-by-year basis. So 2024, January 1st to the end of this year. My goal was 1,000 subscribers, and right now the momentum has completely died, so we're probably not gonna reach it. Whatever, but that will give me time to reflect on everything that's happened this year, because I get to look at how much I streamed, how much the numbers matter, and that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be an interesting thing. And so far this year, it's been phenomenal. So it's not like even if we end on a lower note, it's not like the year is already great, fantastic. Like, you can't ask for a better year on YouTube as a little small streamer. So anyways, that's neither here. Let's talk about achievements for Soto really quick. The Midnight King, got that done. I didn't do them all. I just couldn't stomach it. I went back at the story. I did a couple of them. Got this done. Got the relic, the Wayfinder. I did test to see if you could get this relic in World versus World. You could. I could have had the collection done. But yeah. Where this was 10. But anyhow, I got all the story metas done, except for this one, the Delve. Maybe one day I'll go back. Maybe one day I'll go back. There's achievement points just sitting there. I mean, this is my problem. There are people hitting 50,000 achievement points right now. So I'm more than 5,000 achievement points away from that. But again, it's not, at this point, it's just not the biggest deal to me. Oh yeah, they were split into two. I didn't even get all the Dragons Inn metas done, just to let you know. So Soto, I was a bit more invested than the Dragons Inn stuff for the story. Doesn't mean Dragons Inn. I actually thought Dragons Inn story was fantastic. I just actually didn't go back and play much of the story that involved the achievements. I did go back and grab some achievements for other things, but since these didn't require certain things, and I didn't need mastery points, I just didn't go after them. It's not that the content isn't worth going back through. In fact, I do want to play through Into Dragons again, because I think it's just from the beginning to the end, all the story stuff is fantastic, especially that final battle. So but yeah, Secrets of the Obscure, all the metas were done with that. The Horn of Maguma was the one I was missing here. So I got 10 achievement points. I got the title Wayfinder. I got that done too. This is using certain weapons on certain classes. I didn't even get the original ones done. The Weapon Master, I'm still missing. Look at that. Trident Master is only growing because I'm playing Necro, but there's not a lot of underwater content. Spear Gun, because a Warrior, I think, was that high. And the rest of these, you know, maybe this is Necro a little bit. Mesmer Necro. Longbow is Ranger, more than likely. No, Dragon Hunter, actually. Played Dragon Hunter for a while, but Ranger, probably. And Warrior. That's right. So that's why this is probably so high compared to the other ones. But Focus and Shield, it just... I think this is all Dragon Hunter as well. But yeah, I never got the original ones done. So if you're like, man, he has a lot of achievement points, I still have a lot of the original achievement points just sitting out there. There's a lot of achievement points in the game. You can have like, I forget where the max is now. 51,900, something like that. So even those hitting 50,000 still have a long way to go. There's just a lot of achievement points in the game, especially in competitive modes. Some of those take a long time. But yeah, there's still some things here that I didn't get done for Soto and that kind of thing. But again, it was about getting the metas done, making sure that I was getting those big achievements with, you know, the bigger rewards and things like that, masteries, that kind of thing. So that's what I was aiming to do, and I did it. So some of the stuff like this, I need to deliver 4 more bombs, or go do the jailbreak that right side, or beat Omnitas 2 more times, that kind of thing. That may happen over time. Who knows why I'll go back to those maps. They may have a bonus event or something that brings us back there and I get interested or whatever. But a lot of the stuff I'm leaving behind is just, it's grind is all it is. And that kind of thing. I might do a convergence tonight, because why not? That unstable crypt is motivation, but I did finish that as well. So the Wizard's Vault, we should talk about that really quick. The weeklies did reset. I'm not going to care about any of this stuff until tomorrow. 20 hours remain. There is still the Lonely Tower fractal, that kind of thing going on. I will do my dailies tonight. I will not care about getting the 1799, because that's the most acclaim you can have sitting for tomorrow. I'm not going to do any of that. I don't think it's important. I really do not think it's important for me to do that. Since I play so much, I'm going to be doing so many weeklies. I will clear out the store no matter what. No matter how much this stuff is, I will find the time to make sure I can buy it. So I will continue to buy this, but I will get it as close to max as possible, because that's just good. What am I trying to say? It's just a good habit when you go into a new Wizard's Vault, so you can immediately start working on the exclusive stuff there, just in case. It's not like the stuff ever goes away, but it does get more expensive when it does. The other thing is, if there's a legendary starter kit and things like that, we'll probably buy it first. We'll buy the most expensive things first, and then so it's the most expensive things in the sense of acclaim and value, and then all the exclusive stuff, and then I will buy the lesser, quote unquote, the lesser things. So, you know, the bags of gold is actually one of the last things I buy. Gold can be earned in the game. I cannot earn build template expansions or build storage expansions in the game without conversion into gems, right? So I try to avoid that stuff. Also, Black Lion salvage kits and things like that are more valuable to me than just the straight up cheap gold. I can make cheap gold all the time. Z Highness, hello. But anyways, so yeah, there's the store. I will do my dailies tonight when it resets, but the weeklies I will avoid until tomorrow. Complete 7 Cryptus Rift events. I wonder if these will change tomorrow. Cryptus Bandits. But they didn't last time, so I don't know. They did the time before, they didn't last time. I just don't know. But yeah. Into Maguma Jungle. I will do the Festival of the Four Winds daily. I will do the daily, the normal stuff that I have been doing, but I won't do anything extra. I will open everything, clear out the inventory to where we get it to today. And we'll talk about that here in a moment. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Not really. I am 11 pack Doliacs away from a 25 achievement point, though. Gain. The last leader of the Yak. There it is. Oh, I almost did get another Emblem of the Avenger. Interesting. Where am I on kills? 59,106? It's a lie, man. It's all a lie. Dang. But yeah, King of the Castle. You know, talking to some commanders that have come back to the game about Stone Mist and how few I've captured, this is actually a lot. This is a lot, because I guess back in the day, we didn't flip it as often as I remember. You know, I felt like I flipped Stone Mist a lot, because EBG was my bread and butter. It just did not happen as much as it happens today. Because you can flip Stone Mist, stay inside, have it flipped against you, and then flip it back again in like a 30-minute period. And that stuff used to happen back in the day, but it wasn't the way it is now, where like the players could stick out the siege, and that kind of thing. Usually there was a clear winner, things got closed up, and then like it was hard to get back in. But as the offensive stuff has been sort of boosted, but now also with the siege being boosted, it's a complex thing. So like me sitting here and being upset that I'm not even at like tier 4 or whatever, turns out that I'm just, and I think somebody in my alliance got Kingmaker this weekend, so not that big of a deal is what I'm trying to say. But the defense, this is what I'm curious about. So I've doubled the defense here. I don't get defenses anymore. So I guess back in the day, maybe this did happen much more often, and maybe that's why I thought I captured Stone Mist so much, is that I actually defended it so much. So you have to defend it 500 times, and that's reasonable. But I wasn't always there and things like that. I was capturing towers and things that are already done. All this stuff is done. But when you are ninjaing and stuff like that, that's why my kills are so far behind. It's so interesting to see the perspective of other people who've been here for 12 years, who played World vs. World at the beginning, sort of went away from it, and now they're coming back to it too. But their perspective has really put my achievements in perspective, that I'm not looking as bad as I think I am. Because I feel like I should have more for the amount of time I put in, but it's just not true. It's just, I mean, I'm already in the final tier of this, which is actually quite impressive to kill 50,000 players type of thing. You know, so I already have 31 achievement points here from that. But like, you know, other people were already at 250,000 and plus 1 million, but I don't think anybody was at the 2.5. I don't know if anybody has earned Realm Avenger 10 or X. But you know, the Ultimate Dominator 10 is where people are really aiming and things like that, so we're gonna see a lot of that PvP. God of World vs. World is reaching 10,000 rank. Ranks came after when I started pulling away from World vs. World. Ranks were a whole new thing. The abilities, that kind of stuff, they just did not exist in the sense of the way they exist today. So having 3,000 something rank is just literally me running guild events and things like that. But had ranks existed when the game first came out, I'd probably be close to max, if not maxed out already, and that kind of thing. That's how much time I spent in World vs. World. It's really interesting when I start looking at achievements as a 12-year vet, and how much value they still sit on my chest type of thing. Like I look at something, like escorting Dulyaks back in the day was extremely important, and I did it a lot. But when they changed the system where Dulyaks didn't give you credit, or you know, and the towers didn't need to be upgraded by Dulyaks and stuff, and, you know, it really slowed down. But this number has been going up on its own for a while now. So even this weekend, you know, I'm 11 away now. It goes, like, it's weird to see, like, oh, you've escorted 13 Dulyaks when you're looking at the stats, and it's like, I didn't escort one. What are they talking about? Like, it's just weird. But it's usually because you're in a camp defending the camp, and there's Dulyaks in there, and they survive, and they go on, and you get credit for it or something like that. From what I can understand, or when you're running by them, you might stealth them or give them swiftness or something like that, and it's enough to give you credit. I'm not really sure. My guild, especially when we run our Mesmer Knights or whatever, we gank people that are killing Dolyak sometimes, and we kill them before the Dolyak dies. So that too could also be a reason why the number is so much higher. But I also don't know what's giving me credit for this, because it just goes up, and I just feel like I never feel like I'm defending any Dolyak ever. So it's weird. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just need to kill people in World versus World. I needed to capture and defend Stone Mist, which is not really easy anymore, because Stone Mist defense event only happens when walls are being damaged. If nobody's damaging walls, or the Lord's not even being attacked and things like that, you don't get the defense stuff anymore. This achievement is much, 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 much harder than it ever was, and I hate it. I hate the way they changed the defense events for World versus World, and that now defending is not what you do. But then they up the siege and stuff for defense events and things like that, and it's all about people fighting the Lord and that kind of thing. I think that's pathetic. I think it's weak. I think it's a bad change. Commanders have become very Sledgehammer-like and not strategic, and I find that boring. I like commanders who would rather PvD a gate because they cannot find the supply, and that is their strategy, than commanders just setting up their own ballistas out in the battlefield. I would rather, though, that defense be the counter siege than to sit there and just... We know as commanders, if we don't place down 8 catapults to take down a wall, we're never going to get into a tier 3. There has been this balancing, and I'm going to put it that way for World versus World, that has somehow imbalanced the weirdest things. Defending is fucking hard in this day and age. But sometimes, if you're in the right place with the right siege, with just the right number of people clouding, you can't take the thing no matter what, right? Like, there is just no way to take it whatsoever. And the funny thing is, the way it is balanced is so unfair to the attacker and the defender. It's just unfair. Like, as soon as you don't have enough people on one side or the other, you lose. That's it. It's just a numbers game. There's no... And the thing where it was 12 years ago was that siege was overpowered because 20 people could hold against 60. But that's what made it fun. That's what made it fun to defend. But since that defense is gone, there's no fun in defending, really. There is only fun in getting the group together and smashing into the other group in hopes that you can beat them enough that the siege can finish them off. And siege was a deterrent or a choke, you know? You could use siege to choke a point where that commander had to make a choice. And the funny thing is, it was because commanders were bad. That's it. That's it. It was just because commanders were bad. Had you just booned up, started healing, and ran through blasting water through that siege, you would kill the siege, you would defang the entire object, and you would take the structure by beating whoever's in there. 20 people cannot hold out against you without siege, and that's the way it was. But since the other commanders were too dumb and all they thought was group versus group all the time, that's why they lost. That's why they lost. And it's just unfair to actual tacticians in the sense of wanting to play World versus World in a game of chess, but it's just not that way anymore. It is literally a game of take my sledgehammer, hit that wall. If it works, it works. And that's boring. And I understand why people don't like World versus World. But also, we live in a day and age where people don't want to PvP in the structured PvP. So they go roaming out in World versus World because of their WoW days or whatever. They got the rocks off there. And now they're upset because World restructuring sort of leaves them out in the cold. It's like, yeah, because it's always been about the Zergs. It has always been about Havoc and Zergs. Roaming was just sort of like, okay, and ANET's been nice to you, but I really think it's time to end that. Find you a game mode in structured PvP that you'll enjoy. I really want those who want to PvP 1v1s and that kind of stuff to go to PvP. I want there to actually be a PvP realm in structured PvP or World versus World where roamers go to roam. They go find each other, and that's what they do. Because I feel like a lot of times 10 people are so important now, and when you have 10 pugs showing up just to scout / roam, you fuck up everything. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It is ANET's fault for creating structure that sort of has made that with the community. And the community could fix it. Sure, we could fix it, but it's not our job. Let's just be honest. I don't want roamers to feel left out. But when you get into... Before, roamers were extremely important to pick off the wings of Zergs. It's just not that way anymore, because even a Zerg support can bring you down as a roamer, because it's just, there's no balance to it. And that's just it. If there was complete balance across the board for all the classes and that kind of thing, roamers would be extremely important again to how we could win battles. But it's just not the way anymore. If you join a Zerg, you're just gonna die in it. You have to be part of the squad. You have to be part of the battle. Because as I play with my alliance and get back into that Zerg, that squad mentality again, anytime we have green nameplates outside the blue ones, they just drop. And we have to keep picking them up over and over and over, because they're not getting the support, because only those in the squad are getting the support. So even if they have 10 people, you are at a huge disadvantage versus whatever they're fighting. You have to keep your people safe by keeping them out of the fight, which is saying a lot compared to where the game used to be. So, but anyways, long story short, defending sucks now. It's just a sucky thing. Offense is everything, and it's just sledgehammer against the wall. So Stone Mist might be just more fun to take at this point if I was going after achievements. But the reason why I'm talking about achievements so much and things like that, there's going to be some changes coming to World vs. World with the Warclaw and that kind of stuff. I am curious to see how that changes defense and things like that. And I'm curious to see how the achievements are in Janthir Wilds versus Soto versus the rest of the game. Are we going to continue to get this grindy nonsense every update? Is the legendary going to be locked behind a lot of grind, or is it just going to be, do you have the money? Do you have the account bound stuff? Same thing with the back piece. The legendary back piece is coming along. Are there achievements attached to the legendary spear? Are there achievements attached to the legendary back piece? Much like in Soto, we got new achievements for the legendary armor and stuff like that. Like here, I got legendary rune something. I don't remember what that is. Because I made a legendary rune, but that's for the legendary relic, which, did we get an achievement for that? I feel like we got a legendary, might be in here. Yeah, legendary relic collector. So we got an achievement for that. You know, just looking at this, I'm actually really close to getting that first part done, aren't I? Yeah, so here's the obsidian armor. There was 15 achievement points. And then I swear, yeah, and then the upgraded parts to that was another 15 achievement points. All legendary weapons, armor, back pieces, all should come with their achievements for getting them done, because those are achievements. I think anytime. Twice Told Legend was a nice achievement that they added years ago. That kind of stuff is just good for the game, because these are actual achievements that you can put something to. But sadly, they didn't do that. They have yet to do it. So a lot of it for legendary weapons is the collections and stuff. Look how many points are sitting here for me. Sigil collector is sitting here too. I have not collected anything for this. You must have to have something for it. Some of them you need like jars and stuff. But yeah, this is actually extremely expensive to do now. So again, like, this was a good idea when it came out. Now it just sucks. Now it just sucks to do. You're paying for expensive achievement points at this point. So if you did it back in the day, that was a smart move. If you're doing it now, it just sort of sucks. But yeah, that's the other thing I was looking at with the Secrets of the Obscure stuff. Some of these achievements, some of them you will get done over time. Like if you put a short bow on an engineer to go do whatever, you're gonna get this stuff done. You're gonna get those 11 achievement points eventually, and an abomination weapon box. So these, I like these because you don't have to like be actively going after them. I like those kind of achievements, but they just don't appear too often. And I would like to see more of that. But sometimes, like, some of these, like, they're so specific, you have to grind them. You have to sit and wait. So, like, the tasting for the Soto tasting or whatever, having to find that one event, get it done, and wait the 4 minutes at the other place is just a huge waste of time and just dumb. That's a dumb achievement, because nothing should be locked behind that person if there's going to be circumstances where you won't get it for an hour and a half. Like, there's just no way to get it. And if you continually just run into that situation, then it's on ArenaNet to not have that there. It's just bad design. And ArenaNet continues to just have bad design when it comes to achievements. So a lot of things are just going to be that way. I am guessing we're going to need to do mapping again, and this stuff is going to come back for the spear or the back piece or something. So I'm guessing they're not going to get rid of lanterns, but I actually enjoyed the lantern system more than just mapping itself, except in Soto they fixed them. So not a problem for players still needing to do it. But one of the big problems was lanterns were in places that got locked out. And points of interest, vistas, waypoints, whatever, should never be locked out from a player looking to just map, and either should the lanterns. So seeing the developers hear our feedback and actually fix it, that's fantastic. It's no longer a problem, especially for Omnitas, where I think there was 3 of them that was a big problem. That kind of stuff, like, is only an issue in the achievements panel when something outside is influencing it to be impossible. And I just hope they understand that it's just dumb for that to be. The same thing with things like the Waylit Lantern and stuff like that. Specific events and things like this. Anytime there's specific events tied to something, or you have to go back and do a chain of events or whatever and get every bit of the chain, there is a huge problem with those kind of achievements, because your chances of getting them done drops drastically as time goes on, because either you can't solo the events or you just can't find the event because other chains have to be completed, because they pick an event that has to have this, and this done for this to happen. And I just don't know who's making the achievements, but they don't know that's a problem. And so therefore, or if any of those other events break, right, you have to wait for it to get patched before you get to this. Achievements should be ready. There should always be a way to get those achievements done. And yes, 1, 2, 3 event, you can get to it, but I think that's too many steps. I'm not going from point A to point B here. I'm going from point A to point B to C to D. Now I'm at point E to get a chance at getting that event done. And if a meta should go off on the map, done. I don't want to see it in Janthir Wilds. I think this is old school dumbass shit that came from fucking HOT, and I want it to go away. Same thing with collections. I get the scavenger hunts, I get that kind of stuff, but we have so much shit in the game already when it comes to materials, and we're not doing anything with them. I would rather turn those materials into an NPC in a random goddamn city at this point than do an event. I get that we need players at events, but at the same time, there is so much more we can do with these achievements to help the economy and just help players in general learn the game, and we're just sitting on the same thing, copy paste, change some of the text, change the coding to whatever event it needs to be. This just is a waste of time. And then, like, you go through some of these processes, and you're not going to get freaking 10 achievement points or whatever. They give you like 3 for something that takes 4 hours of your life away. And it's just like, there was no point for that to be so small in achievement points either. And I run into that a lot. And it's just, with Soto, we had all those grind events where, like, do these, and they were repeatable and stuff like that. And the updates just kept making it worse and worse, because it just kept piling on. And I just don't want to see it. 45,000 achievement points, I don't want to hand it to me, but at the same time, I want achievements that I feel like I can sort of be like, oh, it's there. I don't have to get it done anytime soon. Like, I would like to get those back as a veteran, but at the same time, I know people are just going to grind them out and it's just going to be free achievement points. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I do feel like it was done with this. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to grind these when I didn't do it in the first place. Only those who really feel dedicated to the game are going to do that and waste their time, in all honesty. But if you need 11 achievement points, you need 11 achievement points. Or 1 achievement point. I forget where the first tier is. 100? You know, like, when you need the achievement points, they're there. That's what I feel like those achievements are. But, anyhow, long story short. Achievements need work. And I do think ArenaNet knows that this stuff is sort of getting old. Like, look how many Black Lion weapons... I'm technically more than halfway through because a lot of these collections are like 4 skins away, but they're like really expensive skins. Like, these are hundreds of gold just to get those last 6 achievement points. But I would rather spend a couple hundred gold if I can to get 6 achievement points than go do events. There's Black Lion chest keys here too, so you know, you sort of have to weigh the gold value versus the keys. Just things like that. Like 4 away here, but you're talking again 240 gold. Is it worth the 7 tickets? And the achievement point. Technically, yeah, if you're now keeping up. Not too long ago, I think I saw another ArenaNet partner that was only like 3 of these collections away from being done, which is extremely impressive. But I know other people who are done with these. Like, all of these are done. They've gotten everything they can at, well... I have this. I'm pretty sure I have this toy now. What do you get for this? The mini? Huh. But anyways, I will never forgive myself for not getting this set. Lord Keeper weapon set is amazing. I only have 1, really? I just don't feel like that's... But that's what you get. Festival collections. The festival's coming up. Maybe this year I'll actually finish it if we have enough gold. I have 2,000 gold right now in climbing. 2,051 gold. We had a lot more than that. I would have been nearly at 3,000 had I not gambled it away like a dork. So, let's talk inventory and let's open up some stuff. Let me go over here though.
I'm not sure about this.
Ecto, I did get back to 2,000 Ecto. I have 876 Mystic Coins, 137 Mystic Clovers. I don't know what the back piece and spear are going to take. If it takes any of that stuff, I have plenty of it. I'm also more than maxed out on obby shards. I really don't know what to do with my obby shards at this point. People are like, turn them into provisioners tokens. Yeah, that gets rid of 1. But the big problem I have found with my obby shards is that I'm getting, on average, like 4 a day. So that's 1,200 a year. I really hope there's a way I can cash these out at some point in some way. And it doesn't even have to deal with Mystic Clovers, because that's the only thing I can think of that I can really convert them to. There's a lot of things that are like, oh, take all your obby shards and Mystic Coins and just buy the Mystic Clovers. I don't know, the free rolls for tier 6 materials and stuff might be worth it at this point, but not for the Mystic Coins. Guess that's the sucky part. Anyhow, but yeah, I have tons of tier 6 materials, 2 stacks of at least everything. Way behind on Vicious Claws. Don't know what happened there. At one point I was swimming in them, I think. I have 1,124 Vicious Fangs because of the Cryptus. Yeah. Pretty much maxed out on tier 5 materials. I'm going to have to deal with that as it happens. Tier 3, tier 4 materials. Most of the tier 3 are 1,000 or more. We have 1,414 vials of blood. Again, Fang's a little short there. Same thing with the tier 4 materials. Fang's short. Everything else 1,000 or more. So I don't know what's up. I've been short these in the past and the claws. The claws are also a little short when it comes to the tier 4, so I don't know what's up with that. But the reason why some of these are so high, like the Vials of Blood, is because my farming routes in the past have taken me through those areas, and I've collected a lot of those resources. Rich iron farm, you get a lot of venom sacs. You can collect like 12, 15 of these at a time every day, and it adds up quickly. The totems, I'm not really sure why I have so many totems. I think this too is because I'm running the magic bag stuff on my necros. So this stuff right here, the dust and the blood, I think, no. The blood? Yeah, it's blood. All of this stuff I think comes out of those, so I should have a bit more than not. But we can see that I have like 1135 scales. I'm not directly going after these, but again, they're part of routes. But I don't know if just I'm not getting the fang drops too, because a lot of times the things that drop the scales or even the claws drop the fangs too, so I don't know. Bones just naturally happen because of Halloween and stuff like that, so. Maxing out on my tier 1 materials, some of this stuff is worth upgrading and all that kind of stuff, but again, this is about the legendaries, whatever else may be coming for the update. 1 day away. What else is in here? We're gonna need essence. Lots of essence. Maybe not lots of essence. Even if I collect a bunch of essence, I have the eater now, so I'll use that up. I have over a stack of antique summoning stones. I don't think any of that's gonna come into play when it comes to any of this stuff up here is gonna come into play for the spear. Just the essence. I don't know if we're gonna have to make amalgamated cryptus essence stuff. This seems like just a Soto thing, but we might have a new material we have to craft with the essence, so it will just require something else. I also have this stuff to eat and convert, but I might not do it. Because I'd rather have the gold. I have plenty of materials. I don't need the tier 6 materials and stuff right now, so I just don't know. I guess I'll just keep letting it grow and grow and grow. So if it maxes out, maybe then I'll deal with it. But right now, the only thing that may be at fear of maxing out is winter berries and maybe Orient pearls down the road. But winter berries is because that's where I do my renown heart and just collect the extra unbound magic and things like that. Blood rubies I also collect, but they'll never grow as fast as the Orient pearls from the home instance. And with homesteads, we'll see what changes. 587 charged quartz crystals as well, so if I need provisioners tokens, I can use that. I also have the mithrilium and stuff that I was building up for my obsidian armor that never had to be used. Where? Right here. So yeah, 69 globs of elder. This stuff can be converted directly. 82 lumps of mithrilium, that kind of thing. I also noticed I need to eat some of that stuff, but whatever. Who knows? So whatever the spear and the back piece need, I hope I have whatever I need for it. I hope. Farming, any of the stuff I'm looking at to farm isn't hard to farm if I don't have it so far. I've also been selling my carrots. That's what I've been growing in my home instance, but at the same time, I've just been letting everything sort of like increase because I don't know what the homestead's gonna need. This stuff comes from World versus World, so usually I sell it before I put my materials in, but trying to think if there's anything else. I think so. Just can't think of anything else in my material storage that might be important. Spear. Maybe lodestones. I don't know if you'll need the amalgamated draconic lodestones. I have 16 of them. I don't know where they came from, but there they are. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing there's going to be new things that we're going to have to collect. But we won't see the legendary spear until Q1 update. So that won't even be a big deal right away. So there's still time. There's still 3 months to get it right. But I've been letting my materials, I didn't get rid of them all for Festival of the Four Winds and that kind of stuff like some people have. I've kept this stuff built up. I don't know what the homestead's going to take. If for some reason I don't need any of it you know, I don't need the cotton scraps or anything like that. I've been using the metal, gold, iron, silver for the daily trader or whatever you might need for Festival of Four Wind, because that stuff's really easy for me to get. But the other stuff, I've just let it build up. I ran out of Elderwood, you know, and I'm already up to 470, so whatever I may need, I hope I have it. Same thing with the pouches of dye pigment here. I hope that finally comes into play for the home instance. I did notice that the price of them did go up for some of them, but I think that's just people being prepared, and some of them have more uses than others, so you're going to see brown pigment go up in price and black pigment go up into price, because you need those to craft certain things in the guild hall. I don't know if the rest of these are going to matter as much. But the other thing is you can turn some of these things into dyes and stuff like that or whatever. But I've been building those up for years, and maybe this expansion it'll pay off. We'll see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in here. I don't think so. I'm curious to see if our homesteads will use things like carcass shells and that kind of stuff for base materials. But from what I noticed in the preview and that kind of stuff, it's just going to use materials lesser than the script, than the scribe. Excuse me. I was like, man, what's the word? But the scribe in the guild hall, it takes a lot of materials for some of that stuff, but it didn't seem to take as much, and it's an account-bound profession. So therefore, like, our characters having to learn specifically each character taking a profession, that won't happen with this one. It'll just be the homestead account-bound stuff, and it will grow with your account. Looks like the masteries are going to be what gives you more and more recipes. I'm sure we'll learn recipes as we explore the world, and that's an option too for homesteads now, that we can get stuff specifically for our homesteads. So we'll see how all that works. But again, I have tons of materials. I can look at things, try things out, test things. Even if the community is unsure, maybe I can figure it out. But doubtful. I'm not that creative.
I'm rich.
Probably talk about my bank really quick. I have some empty tabs here. There's the collection of obby shards down there. This stuff I need to get rid of and give to all of you because I don't need it. I need to put that on my necro. When I get back on my necro, we'll put those baubles on my warrior. Maybe I'll convert them one day. I have this Wayfinder's versatile table I'll put on my necro later tonight. I can't use it until Janthir Wild releases tomorrow. So there it is. Also, last night in the Convergence, I got 4 more Supreme Runes of Holding. I think I have enough now to make a 32 bag. We'll check that out later. And if I can, I'll probably make a 32 slot bag. There were free communal boost bonfires, but I think that's done. I'm not sure, but check. It might still be there. It might still be there. You can gift them from your alt account and put them on your main account, but I got 3 more of those because they were free. There you go. If you don't know where to send them to me. Also, I have these other spaces opening up just because I'm using things and stuff now, and who knows? Who knows? But it only took 17 bank tabs for me to finally have some bank tabs open. We'll see what Janthir Wilds brings us with all of that kind of stuff. This will change tomorrow, the Black Lion chest. I don't know what else will be important, the changes, but it says used, but it doesn't work. Interesting. But I have the 17 tickets for the whatever, so that's all prepped and ready. Let's go to go park this guy back in Arborstone. The warrior here. Made him obsidian armor, and I still haven't brought my warrior back out of retirement fully yet. I have a lot of PvE stuff to open up with him if I do. I want to bring him back into World versus World, but this was all the beach stuff that came out. So, you know, want this kind of look right here. on, I can't do it if I do it that way. So if you need this kind of look, there it be. I'll get the shoes.
It's nice to see you. Hello.
I don't think there was a shoulder one, was there? I think there was. There that is. Oh yeah!
Never leave a wrong to ripen into evil.
Like, don't look bad except for those shoulders. Keep the cape on too.
Hello, stranger.
Yeah. I can't just destroy them. That's why they're just sitting there. I just have a Miss Gate portal scroll on them for some reason. Okay, back to the Necro, where I have inventory problems. Oh, did I check? You know, I keep forgetting to check something, and this stuff... So every expansion, there's probably going to be some daily thing I'm going to pick up from it, but Soto might actually be the first one in a long time that I don't think I will have any reason to directly go back and get anything. Oh, Petrofish.
Goodbye.
I keep forgetting to check this character. I'm getting in a bad habit of not checking that character. Anyways, to the Necro. Let's open up a bunch of loot. I'm done rambling about achievements and all that kind of stuff. But this is what goes through my head every time there's an expansion coming out. I have a bunch of crap here. From Festival of the Four Winds. Most of this inventory is empty. I have 9 obby shards sitting here for some reason. I have no idea why they're sitting there. I don't know how they got there, but those should be in the bank. I have completed the boss blitz 26 times. The gold. Looks like I did it 17 times for the daily. 18. So 25 times I've done the boss blitz, it looks like. Because I earned one of these through other means.
Oh, shiny.
But I'm going to open these. Oh, I didn't see what the number of embroidered pointers is, but it doesn't really matter. That is the most random, rare piece of whatever. So it looks like this is my champ loot. Because I turned in the bundles of loot, that kind of stuff. I will eat these tonight. I will sell the Queen's Gauntlet entrance tickets. The pile of silky sand might be there or not. These will go into the bank. I have these to open. All of these need to be opened. I ended up with 4 sand-swept chests. I probably won't get the 5th one. That's a lot of grind. If I do it, it's because I'll feel guilty about not doing it, but I'll end up with 4 of them. You can get 5 of them. Oh, so I did get 95 pieces of unidentified gear. Okay. That's good. Anyways, I'll sell this. Whatever's left over, I'll just consume for Central Tyria mastery points or whatever else I can get for them. That will be put in the bank. I'm going to move this stuff down here because let's just pretend it's not there for a moment. So let's open up champ loot.
Oh, shiny.
Dang. $225. We get a second stack of those. Look at all the bloodstone dust.
Oh, shiny.
I just ate the karma right away. Onto a third stack of pieces of unidentified gear, but I think that's it. These can be sold for 36 apiece. They were selling much higher than that, but I'm just gonna use them all. Like it's gonna give me even more champ loot. Did I get any of the weapons? Yes, I did. Okay, thank God. Getting a lot of exotics lately, too. The impeller. Twice. I want that one, and I want that one. The 2 of the watchwork. Not bad.
Sweet, sweet loot.
Also getting a crap ton of coin. Almost got 10 gold worth of coin.
Yes?
An immediate problem is that I am stacked in unidentified gear. Didn't get a lot of tier 6 stuff looking at this. Well, free Calcum's not too bad. The lodestone, that's a whammy. 1 blood. 6 of these. More lodestone. 6 claws. Some of the crafting. Gossamer.
May the 6 watch over.
You know what I'm noticing? Where's my wood?
Seize the moment.
You don't get wood from those? You get metal. You get cloth. But you don't get wood? Weird. There's leather. What? How have I never noticed that? That's just garbage. There's nothing I can do with that. Weird. I did get some cores. Tier 5 materials. Gonna hit that button. That stuff's gonna disappear. Now I'm overstacked on these tier 5 materials. Look at all of this freaking dust. Oh, God. Take forever to eat through all that dust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stacks plus 140. I have an eater. Hold on. Dust. 4,890 dust. That's great. Love to see that before an expansion. All that will go in the bank, though. I'll eat it every day.
Hello,
We'll do
stranger.
that. And we'll break this stuff down.
Affirmative.
Alright. What was in here? I need to pick these sand-swept weapons. That's right.
May the 6 watch
Start with the
over.
axe.
Hello.
Yes. That was weird. That's where I clicked it.
At your service.
Grab the dagger. We'll grab the focus. Grab the great sword. What was in these? Oh, the other weapons. Okay. From the Coden. I only got 4 of them.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I got a pick? Well, I'm definitely going to
Hello,
take that great
stranger.
sword because it does look cool.
Sweet,
Gonna grab that
sweet
torch because I
loot.
like that. Wait. Yeah. Grab the torch. The axe is pretty cool too. Guess I'll grab the scepter. I really have none of these weapons. Crazy stuff. There we go. Bunch of skins unlocked. A bunch of bloodstone dust collected. With as much bloodstone dust as I have, a good idea for me will also be to eat it up with
Yes?
Princess. No, Audrey too. I don't know why I keep thinking it's Princess. She can just buy all 5, so that'll get rid of a stack every day. Audrey gives
Threshold achieved.
garbage, as you can see. And then I can sell that stuff. Dad. I don't think Madri's really worth it anymore, but you never know. Herda, I don't think is worth it anymore either. I got a lodestone. For a stack? I don't think that. Oh, I forgot you get festival tokens too. Where's that put me in festival tokens? Hold on. Is it a competitive app? There it is. 19,464, so not that many. Got all the tokens though. Alright, so I did max out on some tier 5 mats. Which ones was it? Blood. Blood I should convert. For sure. $133 favors of the festival. I'll get at least one more tonight, so maybe next year I should focus on festivals and getting everything done. Let me put those there. Let me put this bloodstone dust down here in this tab too. Get rid of it. Grab that luck out of there too. Hold on. These isn't stacked correctly. There we go. We'll have to eat that bloodstone dust. That needs to go into the bank. Move these back up to get rid of later tonight. So it looks like I'll have a bit more, maybe down to 50 of my inventory slots taken. Getting close. So, what is with all these exotics? I can't do anything with those. I think I'm just going to break them down and see if I can get Ecto.
Mine. All mine.
Right. That's okay. I've replenished my stash.
Seize the moment.
The rest of those I can sell, so I need to check the price. 12 globs of ectoplasm. Probably more than what I was going to get. We'll see. How much is this one? The price of Ecto that makes these so much. This one might be a little different. I don't know if the Rune of the Lich, but it might be the stats. Precision, toughness, condition, yeah. Yeah, they're all worth practically Ecto. So I might as well break them down to try to get the Ecto.
Oh, shiny.
And any other junk I can get from them. Ooh, impalers, huh? Oh, I'm sure this is going to be worth a lot. Whoa, it is! Hold on. Hello. Probably the best one you can get so far. This one, I'm just going to get rid of that really quick. But the frailty people are using for all sorts of things. I'm just going to sell a couple of those like that. So we are making a little bit. Yeah, this rune was nothing. A little bit of money out of that. Hullbrick is not a bad one. I don't think it's worth 30 silver, though, is it? Do something like that. Want to make sure this crap sells. I have no idea where my transactions sit right now. Alright, 23 globs of ectoplasm. 10 gold? Ah, it's reaching 50! Ooh! We got an Ecto Gamba. No, Zork, don't. Somebody in chat, stop me. So much money in this game. I've been seeing a YouTube video. Somebody was like, I made 26,000 gold in a year.
What can I do for you?
I was like, correct. That is true. Yes, 26,000. When I made my 14 legendaries in a year, I had to make 18,000 gold, 18 to 20,000 gold, and I got it done early. So, yes, I did have some stuff done and that kind of thing and that, but most of it just came down to account bound stuff, not really gold. And I did end up buying like the ambergris and the other stuff like that too. So I need to open all of this.
I'm at your
Wait, is
service.
that gonna get a weekly done? No. Hold on. Is there open 100 unidentified? I don't want to accidentally get a weekly done, because I hate leaving things not collected. Gather 100 crafting resources. This one is going to be done tonight no matter what, because of my home instance. Alright. None of these are hard. The Etherblade Assault meta event sucks. I would probably just go to the Maguma jungles, do that, or the province. In fact, I know a route. I know a route for events. I could get this done before the meta even happens. You only need to do 7 events. You have to do 15 events in the Maguma jungle, 7 events in the province, or do the meta. Because it's 1.2 points 15. And while doing the meta, you'll get events done. So there was I don't remember which meta was here, but I remember getting the actual weekly done before finishing the meta. I think it was the Echo Vault. If you get enough of the events, you can get 7 events before the meta finishes. I was like, you're going to get that. And I remember it was bugged when that one was happening and people were complaining about it. But I was like, do the events. Hello. Just do the events. Like, I don't know what to tell them. You're not playing the game. If you just did the events, if you're going to do that. But the people that are complaining, I really feel like we're going to do it every day anyways. So they were going to get it no matter what. And I remember like the post being like, yeah, we'll get it next week, because like as long as you do the meta, you may have to do it twice. You're going to finish this. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. 10 champs. I don't know. I might accidentally get some of these done. Because 10 events, 10 champs. I can avoid the mine. I can avoid this. I can avoid that. Well, group events? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to have a lot of these. The festivals are an easy way to get a group events done, 10 events done, champions right now done. Or those legendary enemies. Those might not be champs, right? And the boss splits, are they champs or legendaries? I think they're legendaries, so maybe not. But even so, like, I don't know. Festivals make it really easy for some of the stuff that's sort of grind. The Queen's Pavilion, so when you're doing the boss blitz and stuff, those events counted towards Kryda, and that's how I finished last week's weekly for whatever it was. I just naturally got it done through the festival. So that's why I've liked the festivals. Yeah, I'm gonna open this.
All shiny.
And I'm gonna salvage it. It's gonna cost me 3 silver, 81 copper. And we're gonna get a bunch of materials for it. And the game's lagging so hard. I'm gonna pull a stack of them out. Gonna have to do that. Oh, my luck is gonna max out, isn't it? That's fine. That's the whole point of doing this. Had this stuff just sitting in my inventory. People just keep them. That's the crazy part. They'll just keep it. So here's a stack. I didn't see how much that.
All mine.
Oh, it's not gonna cost anything to open it. It's the salvage. 7 silver, 32 copper to salvage. And the rares aren't in that.
What can I do for you?
Like 3 rares. No, I'm getting reclaimed metal plates. It'll never end. That's fine. Free provisioners tokens. And another stack. Have I maxed out on exotic luck? What, a stack of exotic luck? All these rares. Dang, 1 exotic. Right? Actually got a stack of exotic luck done this year. Saying last year I didn't get that many. Another stack.
All shiny.
Seven silver, 20 copper. Off it goes. Good amount of rares. Look how slow it's gotten. Alright, looks like some more luck. Let me move this rare up. And go. And let's go ahead and do that. 12.
Sweet, sweet loot.
And that will be 27 rares. Wow, really? And I got 20 globs of ectoplasm. Nice. Nice. Couple exotics. And a lot more luck. Gotten a lot of luck this year. A lot of salvaging with the expansion and that kind of stuff, so this might actually sell for a good penny. No. What's the stats? Really, it's Zerkers too. That's gotten cheap. Bow, the same. What's on there? Vision. Blackline, salvage that crap. Come on, 3 ecto. Nice.
Loot.
Again? I didn't get any ecto. That's fine. I still ended up with 3. Still like a gold and a half right there. Oh, I averaged more than I lost. So that's... Yeah, this... Okay, this one. So I can't even sell! There we go. I'll just do that. Someone's gonna need it eventually, I hope. Always weird how far away the... I swear you can flip this. At this point, 9.5 from like 16. I mean, if I sold at this, how much would I make? 13 silver? So if I did 16, it'd be 14 silver. I'd be I don't know what that was. I'll be making a 5 silver profit practically, a little less than that from each of these if I bought them at this price. I mean, even if I bought them at 10, I could still flip them for 4 silver a pop at this price. I don't know. And of course I'll undercut. It's weird. Okay, for a fact, I know by the end of tonight, these 2 things will be gone, so I will have 48 out of 336 inventory slots filled. And with some math, that's what, 288 free inventory slots. Now, I do have a Halloween Pell I've been trying to get rid of. What does it take to make a 32 slot bag? Supreme Rune of Holding. I know it's going to cost a little bit of money too. And I want to make the one... Should have enough. Kind of see. Which one is the cheap one to make? Should have several. The Boril Trunk. It only takes 8? I don't believe that. Looked this up before, haven't we? It takes 12. And 2 superior runes of holding. What? Nah, it can't be that cheap. Is it that? Well, I mean, cheap in the sense of it's got a. Oh, the API doesn't work. I can't tell you the price. I can't tell you the price. I was about to give you the entire data loadout, but it pulls from the API. It doesn't, and they don't hold any data. They just pull from the API.
What is it?
Everything's a question mark, and I'm like, what is the base cost of this? I don't think you can make it here. Hold on, I just need to type this in. Yeah, this is weapons. What? Hold on, what do I need? Armor smithing. I need armor stuff. Well, I hate crafting too. I have to figure out which character and you. No? Not at the right one. At 330. You can make those? Why? I need a superior rune of holding. You said 1 superior rune of holding? Gonna cost me 10 gold. The 10 gold I just made.
Dismissed.
I need to craft this. This is a 20 slot bag. Master. Rare. Oh, I need to make 2 of them. There it is. Okay. I always forget I know where this stuff is, but as soon as I open that thing, I'm like, what am I doing? Then I make this one. That's 24. This will be 28. And this will be 32. Boom. And I still have a Supreme Rune of Holding. I have a crap ton of these eye trite ingots. How much is... Just looked at this recently, right? 228 gold, so I spent 248 gold making a 32 slot bag. These materials are account bad. I could like get value. I could figure out like how much that stuff is worth, but I'm just gonna pretend like you didn't waste your time and you actually went and opened the chest. Dang, 250 gold for a 32 slot bag? Dang. But it is done. Nice. We're gonna go into the expansion with even more inventory space. 300 slots. Unless my math is completely wrong and it was 278 and I had it right the first time, but I was doing it in my head and it's probably not a good idea. Anyhow,
What is it?
boom. And then I need to put this. I'm just gonna put that there. Some other character will probably need that. -2, it's 48. Yeah, so 300.
I'm rich.
300. Look at this inventory. How ridiculous. What? did they increase this? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14?
How may I be of service?
By the way, these were just on sale not too long ago, so... But I'm just gonna do that because, again, I'm an ArenaNet partner and it gives me free gems. I guess I'll have to use more of the gems, but whatever. We're bringing it back!
Honor. Speak with integrity.
So now... Oh yeah, they don't stack. Bags can't stack. It's against the law. Where are they? Jesus, look at all of them. Really? 400 gems and they're only going to give you an 8-slot bag, though? Come on. Now,
Rich, you know.
I'll have 320 empty slots. I'm going to get annoyed about this inventory being this big. I'll be annoyed. But at the same time, let's try not to open anything in Janthir Wilds. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it ridiculous. Let's do what every other content creator does. Some of this stuff in here I actually don't need anymore. That's right. The comms device. This note. I don't need that. I don't know why I still have research kits sitting in my inventory. Hold on. We have more inventory room than I thought. Oh no, do I have room for dumb books down here? Did I keep any of the books? I think I'm done keeping books for the most part. Unless, if it says I can throw it away, I think I've been throwing them away. So this one's can safely discarded. That cannot. We have to keep it forever. It's soulbound. Well. And then it never came back. Some of that stuff I feel like you could double click and upgrade and whatever, because it's not like we actually have a comms device sitting in our inventory in the first place. So I don't know why that's there. I think I might keep that research kit. I don't think I can just do that, but... Oh yeah! Look at that. So I have 46 out of 368. So even more! I don't even know why I'm keeping this fishing stuff. This has to sit in my inventory. This is too much, though. We need to,
My time is
need to
precious.
forge.
I'm not sure.
Rabid, Magi, and the Soldiers
How
medallions.
may I be of service?
See if we can get some good stuff here. So far, nothing really that great. Crest, sure. The amalgamated gemstone is what we're aiming for here. Amalgamated gemstone.
I'm rich, you know.
I do not like that when you forge, the stuff still ends up at the bottom that comes into your inventory. It should appear still above your bank tabs. In my opinion.
Mine. All
Orbs
mine.
are always good. Oh, there goes all of those. More orbs.
I'm rich, you know.
Getting up there on these crystals, too. A lot of forging in my future. Guys, maybe I'll just sell them.
All
F
shiny.
it. This is some of the worst rolls I've had in a while. Like, no more Gamba. Holy shit. What the hell, man? Give me something that isn't a crystal. Bamboozled. There we go. There we go. Wow, how many rolls did that take? Then I get it twice in a row. You have to complain. Everybody's always like, Zork, why do you get mad? Why do you get frustrated? Why do you spread the salts? Why are you salt and vinegar all the time? Because if I don't get that. You have to complain.
Oh, shiny.
Ridiculous.
My time is precious.
Because if you don't get enough orbs or crests, you're wasting your time. But when you get an amalgamated gemstone, you get like 11 more rolls or something. Okay, maybe it's not that much, but... I think it was, though.
Oh, shiny.
I think it's at least 8 more rolls for your money. Yeah. Look at that. 4 in a row of better things. I don't know. RNG is the worst. There we go. One more time, just in case. Alright, so where's that put me? Okay, good. We're all about 120. Then we ended up with 3 amalgamated gemstones. How much are these worth? 55's not bad. So
It's good to speak to you.
that. The orbs. Dang, I've never seen them this cheap. That's not true. Some of them have been this cheap. Actually, isn't it quite profitable to, like, convert? How many of those do I have? I'm not going to do this too much, but I'm going to do it enough to see. Where are my orbs?
Never leave a wrong to ripen into
I want to use the ones that are cheapest. No. Yeah, so these will work. Those will work. I need to split these to 25s. More time. Why do I have so many of those? 25. This is why you keep these things and don't just sell them right away. Like other things. Conversion here.
I'm rich.
And it's in 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. The other ones I can sit on, I guess.
Aid you.
25 of those. 25 of those. I'll double check the price on both of those in a moment. Yep, cheap. That one's cheaper. Cheap. One more.
My time is precious.
Flax blossoms. Still pretty cheap, okay.
May
And
Melissa aid you.
agate. I don't remember how to say this word. Yeah, those are cheap too. I need 25 more.
I'm rich, you know.
Feel the fury.
Alright, and then you go Ecto. 1, 2, 3. Any combination of 25 of those. Forge. And that'll give me at least 10 amalgamated gemstones, right? And then we can do some math here. Because we might not just get 10 of these. But what I can do is start looking at real prices in the sense of, like, if I see what this is. So it's 5 gold, 73 silver, 90 copper on the high end. And on their high end of what I'm about to forge, if it's 4, not even the 125 I have, because we're only going to use 75 of them. So I'm making 2 gold, but we're using 5 ecto. So that's not the high end. I would have to roll until I get 25 twice.
Pleasant greeting.
I have to get 25 in 4 rolls. is how it would work. If you don't know what I mean, when I forge this, I make it 25 and not 10.
Seize the moment.
Right now, we're losing money. There's the 25. Excellent. So, if I stop here, we look at this. It's 30 gold, high end. We're talking 31 gold. 2.5 per roll. It was about 5 gold per roll. We rolled 4 times. We made about 6 gold right here. If I roll one more time and get 10, I break even. But if I get 25, I don't. So again, it's gambling, but in a different way. And it's usually best to convert this way anyways. So I got 10. No, I don't break even because the 25 still puts me ahead. I'm pretty sure. How much ecto did I just use? 25 ecto? Buy more in the trading post. 25 was only 12 and a half. Yeah, so we made some good profit. You just have to hit the 25. So, anyways, that's what I do with that stuff. But now I have over 100 amalgamated gemstones. No idea what I'll ever do with those. Maybe they'll be used in the spear. I have gone on a tangent here. It's so distracted by things. Hey, while I'm here, let's go to the warrior really quick. Oh, before tomorrow, I need to grab some things.
What is it?
I need to grab. Oh, how much time do I have left on my... They're dead. Excellent. Perfect timing. We need to grab a utility primer, metabolic primer, and a birthday booster. We will use those tomorrow. Well, not really. You can use them now. But we want boosters on when we go into the expansion for experience, for magic find, for whatever. We want to be getting the most out of our experience, especially for masteries. So at some point, I will eat experience boosters and do things and that kind of stuff to try to get that done.
What is it?
I'm just going to put on some of the basics. Or magic find, gold find, that kind of thing. All right. Now that I'm done halfway tanking my account value, because I'm getting something back. So I still have Festival of Four Winds dailies tonight, so I'll be getting some stuff there. We're going back to the warrior. What? Telling me now? Why would you put me in the same empty shard I was just in? Ain't it? What the frick? Mega servers? Please. Or like shard servers. Hold on. What was I going to do? I just got distracted in 2 different ways. Oh, we were going to convert. So if you're looking at all these Philosopher's Stones going, Zorric, why do you have so many Philosopher's Stones? Because I'm an idiot. And when you're an idiot and you're buying things at the Mystic Forge attendant and you're not paying attention to how many you're actually getting instead of what you're spending, you're going to end up with 10 stacks of Philosopher's Stones for your Spirit Shards instead of whatever. While I have over 6,000 Spirit Shards as of right now, because World versus World, I'll be honest. 6,133 Spirit Shards. This is pretty low as a number for a lot of people, but I spin these. I actually use conversion and stuff. I have 913 laurels, though. What the frick? How do I still have 1,111 freaking guild combinations? I don't know how this stuff is happening. Almost a 3,200 transmutation charges. I have over 6,494 research nodes. Oh, we broke down the ascended things. That's right, because we want to keep growing those. My Imperial favors are slowly going down. Now, by being an Arbor Stone, I don't know if I will change this or I'll just keep doing Arbor Stone, but I keep getting, you know, these writs, and by consuming them, there was 625 right there. And you need those for like legendaries and other things. You need like 3,500 of them. I'm pretty sure I have enough writs to do that. There's 5 apiece. I could do the math. I think right here's 2,500. And right here is nearly another 2,500. So again, I have enough writs that I've saved up from simply my expeditions giving me writs, and then doing this hero point in Arborstone every day. I get the Wilds, and then I'm getting the writs of Dragon's End. Am I? I have to be, because I just don't do Dragon's End anymore. So, like, they just add up over time. So passively, I'm getting enough of the favors. And I only spin the favors, so I'm losing 100. So 20 writs is sort of what I need to make a week type of thing. And I think I'm getting more than that a week, is why there's so many. But it doesn't really matter, because right now I have so many that I have 13 weeks worth of Imperial favors right now to buy the the antique summoning stone. So like that's what this is for me. So yeah, it's interesting. Only need 8 of those. What? But anyhow, and I was earning the Tales of Adventure also from the province, from the expedition stuff, and this is why I'm getting it for Janthir Wilds. There has to be unique rewards from the expedition that I want to start passively getting, and that's why 1,000 gems, that one might be worth it, because these things passively end up becoming legendaries or other stuff that you need. So but anyhow, yeah, just looking at those numbers right there, I have 4,047 unusual coins. The ancient coins are the old ones, so I have 1,681. So I believe these unusual coins are going to become ancient coins. I think that's how they're doing the system. And then whatever unusual coins that come with this expansion, I guess if they have them, will become the new unusual coins, and then we'll just have all of those go to the ancient coins. If that's true, then so far Soto is probably the easiest way to build these up, because of all those great chests, and they give you so many. Not that Into Dragons wasn't too bad either. I mean, if you're doing all the Yahahas, aka the Spirit Fox children's spots, you know, the little puzzles, and opening chests and things like that, you found a lot of unusual coins back in the day. That wasn't a big problem for me. That naturally just happened when I was looking for rune stones. So, but this was the same thing. I was doing map currency is what I was looking for, and ended up, I spent this on Avi armor, for like recipes and all that kind of stuff. I spent it all. So this is an extra 4,047 sitting there right now for whatever I need, but it's going to convert. And if it does convert, that means any of these ancient coins will go towards the content that Soto brought too, if they do convert everything over. So that's pretty cool how it sort of gets streamlined as time goes on. But if they also don't use them, they could keep them separated for another year until they bring in the next expansion that needs to use them. And then, you know, that could also pad time to make people play that content the way it's supposed to be. Or, you know, maybe they'll just auto-convert it anyways and just be like, you know what? We know what the unusual coins are now, and they're just ancient coins. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm curious a little bit there. 5,085 World vs. World skirmish claim tickets is ridiculous, by the way. Because we made tier 3 armor earlier this year, and I'm already halfway to another tier 3 armor. And I'm about three quarters of the way to tier 2 World vs. World armor and tickets. Silly. I'm also up to 14,335 Testimony of Jade Heroics. If you remember when I was doing a bunch of mapping for characters, I was spending these for the hero points. I didn't have to do the hero points. So I've been actually collecting a lot of those, not for Janthir Wilds and doing those hero points, but if we do have to do mapping in Janthir Wilds, it's for the other characters. Because I'll do the hero points you know, the way they're meant to be the first time around, but after that, it's just faster to buy them and be done with it. And since they separate out the regions or the expansions, in a sense, it makes it really easy to just buy the specific hero points that you need and that kind of thing. Even if they didn't, you know, this is a lot. This is 1,433 hero points I could get in the expansions. Central Tyria, they're only worth 1 point apiece, and you need 250? I don't know. But either way, I could complete characters with this. So I keep buying them because they are very useful for map completion. Anything else in here? I think so. 755 Canuck coins. What? The map currencies, now this might be a problem if I keep eating them. So I haven't really decided, but if there is a Soto Expedition contract, I would probably take pinches of Stardust. At least for a while, because this is the hardest map to convert. But also, I've been doing a lot of World versus World, so this number is actually quite up there. It's up there. It's getting there, and I think I have 6 of them. So I really don't know at this point what I would take and why, but if they did provide the map currency, that's a way to keep it built for the lowest one. And with World versus World, I'm sure Janthir Wilds is going to have its own reward track too. So, you know, I'll be moving away from earning this currency. It'll end up like HOT with the airship parts and that kind of thing. I would have to find a route to get that currency. That's why leyline crystals, I just don't earn any, because I can earn a lot of airship parts with my route for daily stuff right now, and I get lumps of beryllium with the node, but the leyline crystals, I have to buy them with the Tyrian tickets. So I really don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. How do I still have 256 machetes? Didn't I just use a bunch of these? 16,680 unbound magic, 24,432 volatile magic. I just don't think I'll have a problem getting tier 6 or tier 5 materials for sure. This is the stuff I'm out of. I mean, only the exalted keys and the vials of chalk acid really affect me, and I can buy that. Crowbars are free. That's part of my route too. That's why I still have 222 of them, which is ridiculous. Because I was out. And for the longest time, I just wasn't going to that map and figuring it out. So, 22.5 million karma, by the way. Trying to think of anything else kind of impact the expansion in here, but I don't think so. I think it's the unusual coins, the ancient coins, and we're moving away from the other stuff. It was the essence as well to worry about, but again, I built a bunch of that up. I think if I do a convergence tonight, I'll have 10 of the amalgamated Cryptus essence worth of it besides the tier 2. Tier 2 is always the material that I was short on, so it just sort of makes sense. Well, most of the time until finally caught up on it, but right now I can only make 5. So half of that, so everything would be put into getting the tier 2 essence right now. But I don't know what the legendaries are going to need, so we'll see what happens when those become Rift Essences. And I don't know if anything else is going to convert. I moved to this character to do something. What was it? What was it? I don't remember. I had to get on this character to do it. What did I need to do? There was I had to move to this character to do something. Moved to him earlier for the I was on my Necro. I moved the booster over. Tablet stuff. What did I need? I don't remember. Oh no. I just realized I'm on a Scourge. I never switched back to my my Reaper. I'm
rich, you know.
Okay, can't remember. Go ahead and put that in the inventory for tomorrow. Gonna use that after it releases. Again, I'll be selling those and be using those up. Oh, conversion. God help me. God help me. Okay. So I need large fangs, large scales, and blood. Oh no, I don't know if it's good to convert those. I know the blood is good to convert though. Hold on, I'll have to check prices myself. Man, I gotta do all the math in my head. Yep, blood's convert. Blood's good to convert. Scales. Yep, good to convert, okay. And I forgot what the other one was. Fangs. Not good to convert. That's claws. No, not good to convert. Don't convert the fangs. Sell the fangs. Get rid of the fangs. Tell the fangs to go away. Bye, fangs. The... Wouldn't those be closer to like 40 copper apiece? There's a use for those fangs that I don't know, so somebody else can make money off of those. Anyways, I'm gonna grab that blood. I'm gonna grab that. Anything else need to converted? The potent venom sacks are worth converting. We'll do those. Oh yeah, I better grab the tier 6 materials. Bones. Not worth converting. Let me sell a stack of those. But that price made sense. The fangs are half the price of the bones. Yet cheaper than the tier 5? Am I exactly at 2,500 large claws? Claws. Not worth converting. Do these make sense? Not really either. You know what? I'll put the rest of them back in. Totems are 50 away. I'll convert some totems. Let's go ahead and grab that. And then I'll need to grab some dust. And then I'll need to grab... Nothing. That's it. Done. I just need these. That. Forge. 7. What you want to see. 5 is not what you want to see. 7. All right, that's fine. We're still a little low here. 6. Not as bad as 5, but still not good. And that's garbage. Boo. Boo, bad RNG. 10. That's a number we want to see. The 7 behind it, heck yeah. Ooh, 6, not bad. Not a 5. There's the 5. There it is. And the last one, 7. Okay, so we ended up ahead. Good. Well, about average, actually. What are you gonna do? Forge. 7. 9.
You can never have too
8.
much treasure.
5. Okay. And a 5. Okay. We couldn't hold that. I think we ended up pretty close to average there, but I think we still lost a little bit. Totems. 7, okay, cool. Great, wonderful. You want the 7. 10, you want the 10? You definitely want that, great. 6, not as good as 7. 10, wonderful. That's amazing. That's awesome. I'm glad I see it. And 7, man, the totems coming out swinging. All right, I think that was it, right? Nothing else to convert. Cool beans. Not too bad. 29, 30 scales, 29 sacks, 35 totems, and 26 blood. The blood is where we get hit pretty hard. The scales did well, and the totems did very well. We're losing a lot of money with the dust. I mean, a lot of money with the dust, because ecto prices are so high, it causes the dust prices to go with it. 27, 28. I wonder where the tier 5 dust is sitting at, because it might be getting to the point where it's worth converting it. I don't think so, and I'm just gonna go ahead and sell a stack of it because money. But okay. Back up to 2,052 gold. I think I'm ready for the expansion. There will be some other things that I'll have to do. Let me get this luck out of the bank. We'll get the luck out of the bank, and then I have this weird itch in the middle of my forehead today, and it keeps coming back, and it's probably a sign of something. Brain tumor. All right. So a stat. Look at all his luck. Oh my god. Should we convert the luck? Let's do it. Let's do it. Luck conversion. Ah, there's so much. 1,900 essences of luck master. All right. So tomorrow we will start about half an hour ahead of the 9 a.m. release time. I'm guessing it's 9 a.m. because that's what they usually do. So I'll be paying attention. I'll try to wake up on time, try to be ready to go, get some caffeine in me, all that kind of stuff. And just be prepared for whatever they release. I'm going to be very patient. I'm going to go through the content. I have no expectations about the expansion at all. I'm not going in hype. Nothing like that. I'm excited for tomorrow. Have a little bit of anticipation, I guess. But more, I just want to present the game well for those who are going to be watching, who aren't going to be playing the expansion, who want to see if they're interested, that kind of stuff. So my goal is to cover, for the rest of the week after the expansion launches, is to cover the public stuff first and then play the game. And that includes story and the maps and the events and the metas and whatever else is out there, and start working on achievements. I want to cover all the things that seem important to the community, not just me, and try everything at least once type of thing. In November, we get the raid and things like that, and the legendary spear. I will not be doing the raid myself. Again, that higher skill ceiling stuff I just don't do. I just don't have fun. I'm sure I could have fun with people, but it wouldn't be the same, I guess. But anyhow, yeah, that's just it. We're gonna play Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds for the rest of the week, and then if we need more time, I may play Saturday if we need more time, but I'll probably take the weekend off, and then if we need more time next week, we'll play it some more. And then that will be it for Guild Wars 2 for a little bit. I think there's going to be an update in September, probably. Quality of life update, balance update, something like that. So we will continue to swing by Guild Wars 2. Also, I have to. As an ArenaNet partner, I'm supposed to make content, so. we can't just have streams all the time, but at the same time, we have to have sub streams. But anyhow, we'll be back in September once or twice to cover whatever's there. I won't go over the balance update. Again, there are other people who are better at that kind of stuff than I am. But we will cover PvE, quality of life updates, gem store updates, that kind of stuff. Any updates to the expansion, and then it's festival updates, and then major updates for Janthir Wilds. Will definitely be in there. And the major updates will probably play for a day or two, because with Soto, even like new content, it wasn't a lot of content to give me a day or two's worth of, more than a day or two's worth of content. So Binary, thanks for being here. Yes. Oh yeah, we're gonna be getting back into the streaming. I know I've been a little lax, but you have a great day, Binary, and all that kind of stuff. Definitely gonna be a lot of streaming. Hopefully there's content to fill it. No, just kidding. I think it's gonna be fun. And then we'll be going into 8-Bit Adventures 2, which we can have longer days for that if we need it, and Chained Echoes, which if we need longer days, we can do that, because as far as I know, those aren't being hit by copyright because those are more indie titles. So I will deal with copyright as it comes through. Since I'm an ArenaNet partner, I don't have to deal with copyright, and ArenaNet's pretty lenient with music and stuff like that, unlike a certain company running these titles of, like, what's the game's called? Final Fantasy, something like that. And they really hate the content creator community. There's no other way to say it. They just don't see it the same way as more Americanized companies, I guess. So I do want to play through Final Fantasy X before the end of the year. So if we do get to Final Fantasy X, I hope Galka's not here for this, because I am letting Zurice down 100%, but we'll do it in November. We'll play through Final Fantasy X in November. I haven't really decided how that's going to go or how those videos are going to go or anything, but I will have a playthrough, and it will be hit by copyright, and it will be a terrible experience with that on my end, but I can still at least have fun with the game and that kind of thing.
Surprise.
I don't know. I would like to have longer days with Final Fantasy X and maybe just not worry about it. Let's see. We'll see. Maybe I'll make it a members only thing and just do it at night.
Statistically speaking,
like I was doing Stardew Valley. Play Stardew Valley in the day and a members only Final Fantasy X stream at night. Or I just let it, where I just let loose. Since I know it's going to be hit by copyright anyways. Who cares? You know, like, start dropping some hard cussing, if you know what I mean. Not just the F-bombs, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know of a good use for this.
Seriously? Why did I wait to do this luck? I do this every time. Get all those essences of luck exotic that we're going to be spinning on the Lunar New Year next year. 2025.
Good use for this.
World War III hasn't happened. Then I shouldn't say things like that. That's dumb. World War III is not going to happen. What? What about these countries arming themselves with more nukes? I don't know what that's about. Let's just be honest. It's like, it's the dumbest idea. The smartest thing any country can do is disable every weapon that the enemy has. Just be prepared for it. You shoot a nuke and I disable it before it gets to me and it just falls into the ocean and never goes off, and we have to worry about that later, is like the biggest just what else you got moment ever. And I doubt there is anything in their arsenal that could just like evaporate the oceans or level a mountain at that point. Like, If you go, Zorric, I don't think nuclear weapons exactly evaporated the oceans. Correct.
Statistically speaking,
I'm talking about
this
like
is
the
rather
mega laser that we saw in like Tears of the Kingdom when we beat the game, and it's like if they have that somewhere, that would be like the crap they would have to pull in this day and age to be like, I got the ultimate weapon now. They'd have to freaking like Frieza this crap, you know, and blow up the planet type thing. Be like, fine, if I can't win at all, and I'm a selfish prick, you know, and then do it that way, you know. There's not a dragon cycle here. We can't just go like kill a few dragons and be like, oh, watch this thing fall out of the universe. Like, like, you know, there's no void coming, as far as I know. Who knows what the solar system's gonna run into?
this is rather rare.
But my point is, like, that's where all the money should go. You shouldn't make more of the, oh yeah, you got a powerful weapon, I have the same thing, let me make more of that. That's just dumb. You'll never win that way, right? Even if you have a freaking a million nukes, right? And they have a million nukes, nobody's winning in that contest, right? But if you go, I'm not gonna make any more nukes, and they go, well, I have a million nukes, and I can go, and I just go, they're not going to affect me at all, and they shoot them, and we knock a million nukes out of the sky, and they never blow up. That's what you should aim for, because then you can be like, okay, that really worked for you now, didn't it? And then they just look like an idiot because they spent billions of dollars building these things and finding the materials for it, and we're over here just freaking playing video games still. I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's the true test. Being bulletproof. Nothing scarier than when you go, I have a big weapon, and you use it and it doesn't work. Then you're like, ah, shit, what is this guy? You know that moment in video games? You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. That moment in video games where you've been like playing a certain way, and then you get to like a boss or a new area, and then you do the thing you've been doing to defeat the enemy, and it don't work. Isn't that the worst feeling? That's the feeling I want to share with world leaders. That's what I want them to feel. Like, oh yeah, nice weapon. Doesn't work here. Good try. Like, oh yeah, that's the way we used to do things, but here, you're gonna have to come up with something better. And then, like, you know,
Pleasant surprise.
really reminds me when I originally played A Link to the Past. Which enemy, I don't remember which enemy it is, but you go through and you just like, you know, you just hit everything with your sword and it dies. Then you go up to an enemy and you hit him and it doesn't, you know, doesn't work. And you're just like, what the hell? Or the boomerang doesn't stun him or whatever. And you're just like, huh? The hook shot too. You get used to using the hook shot to kill things. And then you go hit the thing and it doesn't kill it. And you go, what?
Oh, what a pleasant surprise.
I'm just saying. There's ways. There's ways to win wars without ever going to war. It's just as simply as being like, oh, you want to go to war? And they're like, yeah, we're going to go to war with you. And then you just don't play. You just go, you know what? I don't have time for that. You try your best. I'll be over here. Drinking Mountain Dew and eating Doritos playing video games. Nothing feels worse than when your enemy just doesn't want to pay attention to you too. Like, I don't have time for whatever nonsense, you know?
This is rather rare.
I guess that's how gods feel, you know? People are like, ah, help me, blah, blah, blah. And the god's just like, what is that noise? And then finally somebody gets their attention. They're like, what's the problem? Fire and brimstone? That's it? Like, use some antifungal cream. All right, we're going to turn all this luck. Hold on, I can show you guys the luck as it converts. Look at this crap. Look at it. Look at it. All this exotic. How much exotic luck did we spend last year? And we still have another expansion start to go through. I believe Soto introduced a bunch of unidentified gear and luck through that. So this is probably a really good idea before going into Janthir Wilds.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise.
Dang. I'm going to get back up to 20 stacks of exotic luck. Maybe we didn't spend enough last year. Oh, wait! I ended up using a bunch of exotic luck last year because of legendaries. That's right. I needed like 3,500 exotic luck or something for that.
What a pleasant surprise.
Maybe more? I don't remember. So I couldn't spend it all. Ah, that was this year. I don't know what I did. All I know is we're going to need this. And who knows how much I'm going to have.
Statistically speaking.
Now, if you're also asking, why don't you just eat it? Because it's not a currency. I really wish it was just converted into a currency, that the luck was something you bought luck things with. Like, if you needed magic find, that was actually an object you bought to increase your magic find by 1%.
This is
So you could just eat this luck and that kind of stuff. Or it just was given to you like karma or coin or whatever. It just went into your wallet type of thing.
Oh, I know of a good use for this.
But as a veteran, I'm already maxed out on the magic find. And now I keep it for the Lunar New Year to buy whatever requires the luck.
Statistically speaking, this is rather rare.
Actually, sort of boring. Moving these stacks is a little weird because it checks those first before putting it here. It does. So like after this becomes a stack, if this new stack was here, if I was to split this, it'd immediately start refilling that one. See how it went over here? Now this one I can move freely. The other one was moving very choppy.
Statistically speaking,
Oh wow, we're gonna have to even amount of rare luck. I haven't had that in a long time. All right, I'm ready for tomorrow. I'll do my daily crap tonight, like normal, and then get a good night's sleep, I hope, and then that's it. Some good food. So I am up to 17 stacks of exotic luck plus 219. Wow. Not bad. Then I'll get rid of that out of the bank. This can be deposited. Forgot that I was going to get a bunch of piles of bloodstone dust, so I'll work through that the best I can as time goes on. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with the Avi shot. These Avi shards, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to keep too many stacks of them. I haven't decided if I'm just going to keep 9 stacks and start throwing out the rest if it does get that bad. But I will need, when the API comes back, I'm going to look real... When I finally got curious enough, the API got shut down, so... but I will try to figure out what to do with the Avi shards, if there's anything worth doing. I don't know. Weird position to be in, especially after making legendary armor. 2 different legendary armors this year, upgrading 2 pieces of a legendary armor, and then making 14 legendary weapons last year. And yet I'm still maxed out on Obby shards. And I didn't buy any. I didn't buy any Obby shards. They just fall out of the sky. I stopped buying them. Like in my Karmic Converter and anything else, I don't buy the Obby shards. Like they offer Obby shards in here, I'm not going to take them. Not worth it. I have too many. Unless I can make money out of them. And then I need to start buying them again. Alright. That's it. I'm going to call it a day. I think I covered everything I needed to cover. If not, you know, there's always tomorrow. 44,552 achievement points. If that Black Lion weapon set comes out tomorrow, we'll actually go up to 44,555 achievement points immediately. Because we'll go buy that before we get into the Janthir Wilds content. So that'll probably happen. But other than that, we'll see where the 543 in mastery points, where we can get up to by the end of the week or whenever that needs to be done. I will try to grind out the mastery points completely. But again, if certain things are locking me out of the actual points, like the spendable masteries, I will have to keep playing the game because I want to make sure to get that kind of stuff done. I think that's important. I don't think I stuck around for all the ones for Soto. Just because it looked like it was going to take a very, very long time, or I needed to not burn out on the content type thing. So, trying to think. Yeah, that's it. That's it. If you have not pre-purchased Janthir Wilds, you still have time. I have links down below. I am an ArenaNet partner. I'm sponsored by ArenaNet. Using those links supports me. Disable your ad blocker, enable your cookies, refresh the page, and then buy your expansion as you need it, or anything else you need while you're in there, for tomorrow. And be prepared. The download will happen 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time tomorrow, which will be 11 o'clock my time, which is nice. So I have time to get up and get all my crap done. And then, if you want to try Guild Wars 2, if you're like, what is all this hype or whatever, there's a link down below for the core game. Now, I don't think the core game shows enough anymore about what Guild Wars 2 has, because we have mounts and gliding and all that kind of stuff. It's just, there's so much stuff now, and different masteries doing different things, and at this point, after 12 years, it's a really built-up game. But it's never too late to get into Guild Wars 2, I don't feel. So that's there. But if you are a vet player, just make sure you get plenty of rest. Don't overdo it. Take your time. I know people are going to rush through their content, want to get to the meta, get the best loot and all that kind of stuff. I just don't think that's the way to play video games anymore. I think rushing through content, you miss too much, and then you feel like the content is worse or whatever. I'm really trying not to do that anymore. To give games a fair shake, I want to try to absorb and see what the developers are trying to tell me and things like that. I'm not very good at it, but, you know, that's the point of getting better at it, is to make sure that I'm not missing things, speaking like an ignorant loudmouth. There's no reason to be a Reddit user off of Reddit. That's what I'm trying to say. Just seeing the amount of ignorance on Reddit is insane, let alone the official forums and stuff like that. People are living like 5-6 years in the past, and that's because they just don't have any respect to how game development works. The fact that things move on after they have left. So if you quit the game, it's not like the game stopped getting updated. Just some of the comments I see sometimes that get upvoted a lot on Reddit too, I have no idea what they're talking about anymore, because it's been so long since it was either fixed, ArenaNet addressed it, or just in general an expansion has made something better or whatever. This is far from being a dead game. It's weird. It's just weird that a player base that's so passionate about the game, that there's so many of these just weird jaded vets who just, I don't know, there's no sub cost, you know. I don't think paying $30 a year is a bad thing for a game you like to play, that's being updated not just for the expansion, which is going to bring nice new toys, shiny stuff, but the ArenaNet has started to go back the last couple years, last 3 years, and just update things that we've wanted to be updated, and quality of life stuff, and just making the game in general better. Like the War Claw coming, like tomorrow, everybody in World vs. World gets a War Claw. Like, it's no longer going to be locked behind a reward track quest thing. It's not going to be happening that way. And that's great because now that removes a barrier of entry for World versus World for a lot of players. With that, so it's going to happen tomorrow. And then what's going to happen is that people are going to speak ill of World versus World. And then you're going to see a comment in there and be like, yeah, like how they have made us have to do a reward track to get the mount, blah, 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 blah. And what's going to blow my mind is that people are going to upvote that because they're just not up with the times. You got to be here, like, to be there. You got to be here to have been there to understand the change happened. But if you don't play the game, right, or you're so jaded that you're just going to sit in your little echo chamber, your corner, it speaks nothing to the volumes of the community of what they're doing in the game. And when ArenaNet gives us systems and things, we can criticize, but we have to recognize that it's doing better things for the game as well. Like with World versus World, world restructuring is not a bad thing. But there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be things that need to be adjusted, and there's going to be, there's just going to be always that counter culture to it because, you know, I don't know. I just think it's weird to have a set in stone mindset of I don't like this thing, and now that ArenaNet is changing it, I don't like it even more. We can't make something better without change. So just seeing these things and seeing people talk about these things, and then people like coming in like, is Guild Wars 2 worth playing? Yes. The answer is yes. Don't let those other voices come in and start throwing negative stuff at you, especially when some of that stuff has nothing to do with the game. ArenaNet not marketing well can be criticized, but do not think for a moment that when a content creator comes out with this video is sponsored by ArenaNet, isn't ArenaNet letting the community do what it does well, and that is promote the game itself. The community, by word of mouth, has made this game grow, and they like that because it brings in the right players, and it keeps the community invested. Muckluck's newest video, by the way, if you haven't seen Weeping Willows, Muckluck's or Lorenity's video, please go check those out on YouTube. I believe I linked Lorenity's in the Discord. I should find the other two. They show off the homestead, the mount, and the spear. Muckluck's is more of just a showcase of the skills, but it's still really good because it's just Noxy does a good job editing and things like that. But I hope we all have fun with the expansion. I really hope the naysayers. A lot of people didn't like Soto to the point where they're like, I'm quitting the game. I just never felt that way. I never felt like Soto was going to make me quit. I feel like if the direction of Soto is what they're sticking with and the quality, then yeah, that will make me quit. But Soto as an expansion isn't terrible. It's just okay. It's good. Some parts are great. It's just sort of a mess because I do think it's growing pains. I think this time around the expansion will be better in a lot of ways. I'm not expecting anything over the top, but I will reserve the fact that I do think it's going to be an at least 8.5 out of 10 expansion this time around. And maybe they'll prove me wrong and it'll be better. And I hope so, because ArenaNet, when they prove you wrong on something or take something that, you know, just hasn't been good, then suddenly make it good, it feels really good. ArenaNet is very, very, very good at making you eat your own words. And I cannot tell you how many times they've made me do it because I've lost count. As much as I criticize and nitpick, they have come out swinging sometimes and saying, no, AngryZorric, you were wrong, and this is why. Yet they keep me as an ArenaNet partner. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because they're waiting for my reaction of like, oh yeah, you mad about that? Well, we fixed it. Can you be mad now? I'm pretty sure there's somebody in that office just waiting. Just be like, man, what's he mad about now? Oh yeah? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go fix that. And they go fix it. Like, they spend a weekend figuring it out and just be like, and we're putting this in the next update. Damn AngryZorric on the internet thinks he knows what he's talking about. Yeah, that's right, you play my game! I'm over there just screaming about a different game, like, Moonstone Island! Oh yeah, go check out Moonstone Island. I'm still playing that. I've almost put 100 hours in that game. I'm almost done with the achievements. There's only 7 left or 9 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not engaged to the Magic Man, but he's my boyfriend, and it's great. Not really. I know, he's a little weird. But you know, sometimes love is weird. Let's get out of here. We're going to call it a day. Only 2.5 hours show, but tomorrow I think it's going to go 8 or more hours. If it doesn't go 8 or more hours, I'm going to assume maybe something needs to be fixed or whatever. That sometimes happens. So we just have to be patient with the content that comes out. When things break, things break. There has never been an expansion release in the history of video games that didn't have bugs or something break or whatever. So we can be disappointed, but don't be angry at ArenaNet for that happening, because no company has ever thought, I'm going to send it. Well, that's not true anymore because it's Nintendo, but no company in the MMO space, I think, has ever sent out a patch saying, we hope that breaks. You know, like, you know, well, it may work. It was never the thought process behind it. It's they send it out, it goes onto the live server, and then something just unforeseen. You gotta remember, sometimes there's 100 different ways stuff is gonna come at that content, right? That patch, and they got 99, and it's that one thing that went just unchecked, just went under the radar, just not something you would put at the top as something to worry about. And it does affect it, or the servers just don't accept it sometimes, because that's what it seems like to me. Sometimes they put a patch in and the server just goes, you know what, not today, and they have to fight with the Amazon servers to get the shit to work, and that takes work. So we just have to be patient as gamers, enjoy what we can, and as things get fixed, that's the stuff. As a veteran, I've been through it many times with Guild Wars 2, and none of it has, there was one rollback, but none of it has ever made me like, yeah, that's it. That's the end of ArenaNet type level of anything. The rollback years ago was the longest the game's ever been down. And that was a seriously broken bug. People's account bound stuff started becoming soul bound and like everything, and they had no choice but to roll back the servers. So, you know, I don't know. EU people were affected by it more than NA people, which sadly they are usually the guinea pigs for a lot of things because they're ahead of NA. But at the same time, you know, tomorrow we all go in at the same time. So, see what happens. Take the day off. Good luck to you. That's why you don't take day offs for day one expansion releases too. You take the next day off because whatever's broken should be fixed enough, at least, for you to be able to play. Because some people get so mad, I took the day off. That is your problem. You didn't need to take the day off. You could have waited until you're done with work to come home. You don't need to be the first one there. I understand spoilers and stuff, and people are going to be jackasses, but like, you gotta invest your own life. It's just a video game. You know, I understand you've put money into it, but at the same time, you have to have realistic expectations of things. My expectation tomorrow is that things will go well. I'll be able to play most of whatever's there, if not all of it, and we will just have a good time with the new expansion. So that's where I'm leaving you all. Getting out of here. And as always, I'd leave you with this. Oh, mods, thank you so much for lurking in chat if you were there and that kind of stuff. Everybody who came by and said hello and I guess goodbye. That kind of stuff. Just a short show, you know, fill your time if you need some background noise or whatever. But as always, I leave you with this. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We're all we got. Have a great night, day, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is. Make it great. If you're going to bed, sleep well. Get that rest. You will need it. Trust me. Get some sleep tonight before the expansion. Trust me. Trust me. Zorric, get some sleep. If I don't see you for the rest of this week, you know what I'm doing. The rest of the month practically will be Guild Wars 2 and 8-Bit Adventures 2. A lot of 2s going on this month. That's it. Get out and vote. It's a right. Go do it. 2024. There's a lot of voting things. So you got to vote. Go vote it. Do it. It's your voice. Get it done. That's it. Enjoy the rest of your 2024. If I don't see you, come back and watch the VODs. Bye.